Hey, we're back with the third wheel, and
Hi.
I'm back
Hello.
with a cookie.
I ate my dinner already.
I also have a sandwich.
Yeah, I also stole some of their sandwich.
So, what do you got, Josh? Have you finished your
Not much.
stuff?
No, I'm still not sure what I want to do here. I don't have a good idea of who my character is, and what he wants to do
All right. Well,
right now.
that means we should do beliefs and instincts first.
So that'll probably give me an idea of knowing who he is will
Yeah,
give me a better idea of who he was.
definitely. Yeah, that's a good line. Let's put that in a book.
Yeah.
Um, let's see here. So, here are a couple ideas for starting beliefs. If you have a secret about your character, make a belief about it. If you have an
Mhm.
object or artifact that's important to your character, if there's an NPC who is important to you, if you're interested in or care about another player character, if there's something your character wants to learn or gain, such as a skill, if you have a philosophy for your character.
Hmm. I really am out of ideas. Um, in my head, I picture the characters being I mean, he's pretty much grown. He's grown up at sea,
Mm-hmm.
and um, got injured relatively recently.
Okay.
It's healed now, so it's not like So it's been a year or more, but not so long that he's thoroughly used to it yet.
Right.
Used to the idea that all he can do now is really be in the galley,
Yeah.
because climbing the rigging is just not something you can do, and you can't bend your knee.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So what about a belief about proving yourself, um, like showing that you are still valuable despite your injury? Um,
could be something along those lines, where he hasn't learned to accept that this is who he is now.
okay.
Just that it's he was the guy you know, at the top of the rigging,
Mm-hmm.
and the fastest one at the top of the mast, and always ready to, you know, always the strong one, the fast one.
Sure.
This was his life, and now he's injured, and he doesn't have any idea really how to handle that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. So, I mean, overall, the theory or the concept I have is maybe over the 4 sessions, he learns a little bit better
Sure.
how to
Um,
accept that this is part of who he is now, but it doesn't necessarily have to mean that he's someone totally different. He can still be,
mm-hmm.
you know, he can still be a sailor.
Yeah.
He can still, travel the world, and he can still be, part of a crew, even though, his role has changed.
Mm-hmm. So what about I'm still not sure how to handle my new situation, but and then some sort of goal or
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
That's,
is there a way that I can like press a button to talk?
um I don't think so. Not with the current configuration of the stuff we have for Roll20. But just mute yourself and unmute yourself.
Yeah. That's so much more work than just pressing a key, though.
That's true.
Okay, so I decided I'm going to take Aura of Innocence as my last trait.
Ooh.
So I have Aura of Innocence, Cold-Hearted, Iron Stomach, Desperate, Sea Legs, and Tasting the Lash.
Right. So what is Aura of Innocence? Is that a die trait?
It's a call-on.
It's a call on. Okay. So what is it a call on for? Ooh, that was loud.
Wait for it. Wait for it. This character projects the appearance of being completely free of taint and guilt in any crime. No one would ever suspect him. This is a call-on for falsehood or conspicuous when dodging guilt.
Or inconspicuous?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Connor, I'll be right up.
For what? Okay. So is there anything else you need to know from this? I have arms run-of-the-mill quality.
Yeah, you have a knife.
And
I already wrote
clothes.
that. Yep. Just beliefs and instincts.
And you got my traits. You got my skills. What?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything. Yeah, you're good.
Yes. Read it.
So beliefs and instincts are the only thing left for you, Connor.
We're not using WebRTC.
better?
We're using TalkBox, right?
Yeah.
I guess. All right.
Okay. Yeah, push to talk isn't built into this
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
setup.
And that's
I thought you were
because
gonna come up to you wanted to kill everybody with me.
we tried it before and it just didn't. It wasn't working very well.
Mhm, mhm.
I know. I was kidding.
Okay, so maybe here's an idea for another relationship then.
Okay.
Is a brother who maybe he and I were in the same place at the same time and I got injured and he didn't. And
Ah.
of course, he goes off to join the Navy or
Sure.
gets a contract on a bigger ship or something along those lines, where he's now seriously one-upped me.
Definitely.
Maybe he's my younger brother.
Okay.
Younger by a year, and I've always rubbed that in his face for as long as we've known each other.
Right.
And now suddenly I'm crippled and he's off to do something grand.
Mute
And
yourself,
so
Connor.
this is a character, maybe not necessarily gone off to do something grand, but he's able to do stuff and I can't anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't like him anymore.
Definitely. And I think he went off to do some. Yeah, he was working at with the Navy or whatever, and then he gets hired, like as a mercenary sailor guy for this adventure, because this is a pretty highly esteemed venture. Because Avion, who is Jared's character, is a very highly esteemed noble of a very highly esteemed noble family.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have some tension there. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Connor or Josh, do you have any ideas? Or, do you have any ideas for beliefs and instincts?
Well, I probably want to create a belief about my
Your
brother. At this
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I could possibly spin this character slightly differently, to be more of a cheerful type of fellow.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new situation, but I'll make the best of it, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is my first sea voyage since my injury, perhaps.
And you're hopefully optimistic about the outcome.
And so this is the idea: is that I'm not real comfortable yet with the idea that I can't use my leg, but that I want to make the best of the situation, and so I'm going to try to make friends with the crew.
Sure. Okay. So first belief, I'm still not sure how to handle my new situation, but I will try to make friends with the crew.
Well, I want to make the best.
Right.
I'm not sure how to handle the situation. I want to make the best of it. So maybe then an instinct would be try to find the best in each situation.
Yeah, I want to make the
I'll
best.
try to play a character that's different from myself.
Yeah, I want to make the
So
best of
that
my
I
new
can-
situation, so I will try to make friends with the crew.
Yeah.
So instinct, always look for the best in a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about your brother then?
Yeah, this is where the dissonance comes in a little bit because now I'm not sure. Do I,
I think you should still be jealous of your brother. Yeah.
Is it still because me being naturally pessimistic IRL,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not totally, I'm not totally sure how people who aren't pessimistic think about
So-
these sorts of situations.
You're talking to Mr. Optimist here. So,
Uh-huh.
literally, the way that I would handle it, like be in this situation, is
Mhm.
I would be very jealous of that person of my brother in that new situation. But depending on how much I liked them, I mean, either way, depending on like what our relationship was, I wouldn't say anything about it. I would be stuffing it constantly. I would be always internalizing it and be blaming myself a lot for what it is. It's like, oh no, this is my fault. Like, I should be better. He's just doing the best that he can. I just need to do the best that I can. But I would be extraordinarily jealous.
And then my best should be better than his.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. That helps.
It would be a lot more
So-
internalized than like an external like bitterness or
So it'd be less of a bitterness and more of a rivalry then.
yeah.
That
That'd definitely be one way that
that
it would work.
even though I'm crippled, I can still
And I think
be as
it
good.
would
I can still be better
it
than my
would
brother.
definitely be that way if you had a good relationship with your brother.
Mhm.
Like for
So
sure.
it could be yeah. So it's the sort of we've always raced each other to the top of the mast and that sort of
Oh
thing.
man, that makes me sad already.
And I can't climb the rigging anymore.
Oh, it's so good.
So something to the effect of
My brother has made the best of what life has given him. I will try to do the same. I will start by, because I mean, it's best to have like a short-term goal here. Well, what do you think?
Yeah. Now this short-term goal is going to be different from the
I will try to make friends with the crew.
yeah. In this case, there's got to be something that
I will start by proving that there are some things that I can be better at than my brother.
Mhm.
Proving that
Finding something new to be better at.
right. I will start by finding something new to be better at.
Because because otherwise it's the same, as it's the same sort of things we've always been
Sure.
rivals over. They've all been the seafaring stuff that I really can't do anymore.
Yeah.
So this makes sense.
So maybe you're trying to be the best dang cook that you could possibly be.
There we go. And I'm not very good at it yet, but I'm gonna bluff my way through it and
Awesome.
get better as I go.
And again, we can leave beliefs blank as well if you don't have ideas for them. Do you have another instinct or two?
Yeah. I want to play off of I've been a sailor all my life, and
Yeah. So what?
I know
would
that
be-
I've seen some things you wouldn't believe.
Right.
The sort of tall tale telling
Okay.
seaman type of thing. The sailor comes in hungry and confused after some event, and I've got a yarn to tell about how we were off the Spice Islands and we encountered a sea
Okay.
dragon or
Okay. All right.
something.
Always have a good story.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of my charisma and
Yeah. I really like this because again, you'll be like, And that's how I got this scar.
And I'm just
I
gonna
love
keep
that.
going back to that.
Definitely.
That's how, and that's
I'll always be talking about the scar on my face and never the gimpy leg.
Uh-huh, yeah.
that's how I got this scar.
Because that's the scar you're proud of.
I got it some way. Maybe I'll have to figure out over the next week how I got the scar
in
Yeah.
the IRL.
Yeah.
And then maybe that's something other people have to figure out then.
So yeah, you could fill in the other instinct or belief, or you could leave them blank. Those are both legitimate.
I've been playing with the 2 instinct character at the other game. I should come up with a third.
Okay.
Um,
So we already
a
have
third belief and a third belief or instinct. At least one more.
Okay. We have 2 instincts that are always. You could also have an instinct that is never, or if this happens, then I do this.
Sure. If there's drinking to be done, I'll be part of it.
Yeah.
That'll
Yeah.
work.
So I'll be having some sort of crew get together. Let's all get drunk. At a very bad time, and your beliefs and instincts will both be working against you.
Oh, absolutely.
It's gonna be great.
Absolutely.
So do you want to fill in that last belief? Do you have an idea, or?
Well, rest of my situation, finding something to be good at. I think, I'll keep my find something to be good at separate from becoming as good a cook as I can be.
Okay.
Maybe not necessarily something to be good at. Well, I mean,
What's the thing? Something new to be better at
mhm,
than your brother.
be better at than my brother. Maybe I don't consider cooking to be.
I don't think it
something I
is,
can be
yeah.
competitive with. It's just.
Yep. It has to
Yeah.
be something that he also does.
That's true. Something like carving or
Is your brother on the ship?
Drinking.
drinking. It could be drinking, but I mean,
Yeah. So
yeah, that's
we'll
I
figure it
suppose an
out.
option. Mm-hmm. So then, belief 3 would be something to the effect of.
Yeah, I will be the best cook that I can be. First, I have to learn how to make anything that's not burnt.
Something along those lines.
Yeah. And that's a snarky way of saying it, but like, what? I'm actually curious. How did you get hired as the cook of this ship? What if it was your brother who got you this position?
Oh, yes. Ooh, yes.
Because that
Yes.
sets
My
up that
brother got
rivalry
me.
even
My
more.
brother got me this position. I better.
Yep.
I better. My belief should be not necessarily that I'll be the best cook I can be,
Sure.
simply to be a good
Yeah.
cook. It's got to be because my brother got me here, and I really don't want to get him into trouble. And he thinks I could do it. I should be able to do it and do it well. That sort of thing.
Yeah, my brother got me this job. My brother got me this job as a cook, so I'll be the best flamin' cook that I can be, and that's a common expletive in the world, flaming. So.
Flamio.
Cool, awesome. Do you have an idea for a name? I know that the Nuam Hadi, the Viridians, are kind of Greek-ish in their naming conventions.
Kind of Greek-ish.
Yeah. We have Avion.
Who I will never stop reading that is Avion, and I will never stop thinking of airplane. Because for the longest time we had a book on the shelf and it was something about an avion. It was this character group went into the south of France and his uncle had an airplane or like a wooden glider thing and that
So that book was on our shelf. I never actually did get all the way through it. It didn't really catch my attention at the beginning, and
Mm-hmm.
I never got into it. But it was about this character and this glider. So no, Jared's character has a glider.
No, he just owns a falconry business.
Glider.
Headcanon accepted.
We train messenger falcons that know Morse code.
No, that's no.
Yeah.
What about this name, Josh? I'm gonna type it in the chat. Andy, Andy, either of those can be pronunciations of that. I have a name generator that I'm kind of going through.
Possibly.
And then yeah, we could edit that too, because I know they're kind of Greek, but they come from a Greco-Roman tradition. They're very like the whole race themselves are very merchantly focused. They're like a bunch of Venetians, really. But
Who do we have other names for other members of the party, or just Jared's?
Just Jared's character, yeah.
I do like the os at the end of that one.
Yeah.
Hang on to that one. I like it.
One of them became that was Crikey. With
Crikey, mate.
With a CH. You have Pelly.
Whoa.
You got Varos. Esios. Theorymus. Mysios. Siphus. Calephnes. Hestono. Danon. Sion.
You know what we could do?
Mm-hmm.
We could just take a couple of random password generators and find some awesome looking combinations of letters and apostrophes, append them together, and expect the viewers to try to figure it out what it means.
How it's pronounced.
How it's pronounced. The same way most fantasy authors write their character names.
Well, I'll use what are you?
Uh-huh. Sanderson's not as bad about that as some, but that's a pet peeve of mine. If they're not phonetically written, the name is.
Yeah.
And and they don't have someone within the first couple chapters using rural language to mispronounce the name and yet give you an idea of how to pronounce it. I get thoroughly lost.
Mm-hmm.
And I end up with characters that I literally try to say the words that they're the letter, or like the word that I see in my mind, and it's not even pronounceable.
Yeah, and you go through it and you're just like, and then did this thing. Just like,
and then you find yourself referencing the character by some other character.
Yeah.
And if it gets real confusing, you can have 2 layers of reference before you actually appoint the character. It's like, well, that main character's girlfriend's older brother, who's also a significant main character, but I can't remember his name offhand.
Yep.
That sort of thing. Yeah. Maybe we could go with the Jontos.
Jontos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. I think what I'm gonna do is okay. Your brother's name is gonna be Gen. Spelled like that.
Not very Greek at all, but okay.
It was in the Greek again. It was in the like Greek name generator. All of these name generators are like Greek like or this like, but it's not actually Greek. They combine a lot of the different phonetic things of it to make something that's similar. Okay,
Sure.
so yeah, John's house. Awesome. That's cool. I like it. Connor, let's go ahead and finish yours out then. Beliefs and instincts. Have any ideas?
No.
I mean, belief. I want to kill everyone on this ship.
Yeah.
So
That's enough for me. My fingers have barbecue sauce.
That's right. I will start by what? Like, what is your first step to do that?
I'll start by convincing the cook to poison everyone on the ship.
All right.
No, I'm kidding. No, I will. I mean, I'll start by poisoning everybody on the ship via the kitchen.
I will start by
Poison.
I'll start by trying to poison everyone on the ship.
Yeah.
Oh.
Start by
Okay.
poisoning everyone on board.
Yeah. So belief number 2, maybe something about specifically Trevor's character. Like, are you gonna try to kill him separately or what? Like, what's?
Okay, how much would an explosive cost to your wife?
More than you have.
Like a flammable
And-
explosive.
Yeah, more than you have.
Like if I set something off on the ship, everybody would die. No matter-
I mean, you could probably manage to do that with what you have on the ship. Like, you could probably find something. Well, okay, so if you if you were Cantarius, you could find something. I'm not sure this character would be able to. Again, see, the thing is,
What if I
your character
No,
is the best at knives.
can I change the whole affiliation thing and just make a 6-gear cost explosive?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
How much would an explosive cost gear wise?
Again, more than you have. More than 6.
Some sort of device that would start a fire on the ship.
Again, gunpowder doesn't exist yet.
Right.
So
There's flint and steel.
Okay. All right.
yeah, and all that's available on the ship. Like, it wouldn't be that hard to start a fire on the ship.
All right. Never mind then.
It also wouldn't be that hard to put a fire on a ship out. Because we're kind of
exactly.
surrounded by water. That's probably the least efficient way.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got a big enough fire started, it would be pretty difficult. Any ideas, Connor?
I mean, I will make sure that Trevor's character dies, even if nobody else does.
All right. I mean, that's the belief right there. Just in that.
I will start by
Right. Okay.
learning about his weak points.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Belief number 3. Maybe something about continuing the pretense as Avion's guard. Or maybe getting rid of his wife.
I will convince Avion. No.
Good luck convincing me of anything. I have 6 will.
And you have no social skills except for inconspicuous.
Yep.
Let's do instincts first.
Okay.
Go for the throat. Okay.
Always go for the throat.
Yeah.
It is the second weakest part of the body.
Okay.
Go for the throat.
Always have a knife on you.
No.
Okay.
Always plan for the worst.
Okay. Well, let's say always assume the worst, because that's more of an instinct than plan.
Well, I mean, I don't want to assume the worst. As in, oh no, something bad happened. I want to planning for the worst to happen. Always.
Again, but that's not an instinct. Oh, you're saying... Oh, I get what you're saying. You're saying always be planning...
Yeah.
For the worst.
I'm instinctually always thinking about, okay, if I do this, what's the worst that could happen?
So basically, you're setting a fictional positioning so you can say, oh, I would have planned for that.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Okay, cool. That's fine.
Unless the absolute worst is so unexpected.
Yeah.
That there's no way I could have planned for it.
Yep. Instinct 3.
I have my third belief. Words are more dangerous than knives.
Okay.
Connor, what are they doing up there?
Saying, words are more dangerous than knives.
Mm-hmm.
I will make sure innocence is always on my side.
Awesome. Cool. Instinct 3, you have an idea for that?
No.
You can just leave it blank if you want. Or you could just put in always have a knife on me. Just as a filler one.
I have an idea, but I just can't put it into words yet. Always shift the blame.
Yeah, always try to shift the blame to someone else. Cool. That's a good instinct. Awesome. All right, let's actually go ahead, since we're done with this then. Let's go ahead and take another quick break, and then we'll start in on an actual scene. So like 5 minutes. All right, stick around. We'll be right back with the actual start of your Raging Winds. We'll be right back.